Evening.
The Zoom people can hear me, but nobody is hearing me in the YouTube world. So now we are going to do an audio check starting with me. Tony, it's not as simple as pushing the button, actually. Once we see if this works, then we will go from there. Hopefully, there is audio over the YouTube screen now.
You have audio.
Good. I have audio. Now I need to get a I'm going to regret this. Sound check from the Zoom people, please.
Zoom.
See?
Yeah,
It's sounding good right now
Okay.
it's
without my
good.
speakers.
Okay,
Hearing
good.
you both places.
Okay, good. How does Zoom people sound over the stream? Hopefully fairly good. Hopefully fairly good. Loud. Tony says they sound loud. That's really weird because I'm not seeing anything on the audio mixer. We'll make adjustments.
Sounds about normal to me.
Yeah, I'm going to make adjustments as we go along. Actually, I'm going to move OBS out of the way. Put it back over here and it's little. But I'll tell you, it is so good to be back to 4-screen streaming. That one stream stuff, that's scary. This is so nice to be back to 4 monitors, 4 screens, whatever you want to call them. It's great. Clock, Zoom, OBS, YouTube. Perfect.
Thought I might have my new video card in, but I didn't quite get it done. I found the seals were broken on both ends of the box.
Oh, wow. The card's okay, though?
It looks like it. I got it out, and the seals on the inside looked all right, but they came apart without tearing any of the plastic. So there's no way to tell, really. So I just didn't have long enough to get the thing in and download drivers and try everything. I'll have it by tomorrow night.
Sure. I see John Alois joining us in the chat room. He says, happy Friday evening. I thought it would never get here. We've been enjoying 95-degree temperatures and it's supposed to get hotter over the weekend. So, as you can see, I've got my shirt on that Robert sent me. And again, thank you, Robert. And we had to go to my mom's today. Nothing major, nothing emergency, nothing like that. We just were required to go to my mom's. We come home. Battery needs charged on my phone. And I decided I'm going to go play golf. So I charged the phone. I talked to Alex a little bit. Portal 6 rolls around. I'm timing this out. We'll go play golf. We'll go visit my son. We'll go to dinner. We'll be home. I'll be streaming by 9:30. Get the golf in, the clubs in the car, get the water in the car. Car won't start. Okay. I'm thinking the fob batteries are bad. Nope. I walk 1.5 miles round trip up to the Dollar General. So I was in Dollar General twice today to get C930 or C2030 batteries, laptop batteries for the fob. Put them in there. Nope. I still ain't got my car's still not starting. So my neighbor comes over and what you doing? I said, can't start my car because I think the battery's dead. He goes, I'll be right back. Comes back carrying this charging thing. He goes, this has got a boost on it for a fast charge. He goes, we'll get you running. Less than 5 minutes later, the car's running. So I don't know if because I think my fob batteries were actually bad because in the middle of the speedometer, there was a battery blinking thing, and I don't know how to describe it, that I noticed tonight. And once I replaced it, that went away. I'm not sure if the fob batteries going bad would kill the car battery. I don't think it would,
No.
but it might have just the fob batteries going bad might have made just enough of
Well, like our car, our van requires that the key fob be in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
the car will ding, and it won't go go anywhere without the.
Right. Yeah. No. That's that. They were in my pocket, and then I was trying Google's a few things.
So if fob batteries are bad, my thinking may be that it may not let you go anywhere if the.
Well, it wouldn't start. So anyway, Lynn came over. We put it on there, fired right up. We went and visited my son. I did not get to golf. That's gone. We went to visit the grandchildren, and that was fun. Let me tell you, that was fun. 2 hours worth of fun, almost 3 hours worth of fun. And the cutest little thing is, well, Grandma and Grandpa got to go, and one of the twins comes, and she goes, Grandpa, you stay here with me. I said, what about Grandma? Oh, she can go home. So we left the car running the entire time we were at my son's house. That way, if it dies, he's got a charger. We just do it again. But when we went to dinner, I was very reluctant because I'm not leaving my car running in the middle of Indianapolis. So I shut it off. We went in and had dinner, came back, and it fired right up. It's in the garage. Hopefully it starts in the morning. If not, I'll go buy a battery tomorrow, and that'll be the end of that problem.
Yeah, last time I had to replace one, battery was not that old, but you know, the heat out here is harder than hell on batteries.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then the last time I tried to unlock my door with the thing in the key, wouldn't do it. Well, I bought the truck in 2015 and had never replaced the batteries in the keys. So I run down and get the batteries replaced, and then brand new battery still won't open the door. So one of the contacts in the key has gone bad in one of the keys.
Oh, okay.
And this is an original key, and to make another one, you need 2 original keys to work for a third-party locksmith to do it, I'm told. So I'm going to have to go to Ford and get another key made. So we'll see how that ends up. It turns out that is covered under my extended warranty.
Nice.
Is it
And I learned that by accident when one of my original keys went bad, wouldn't start. And I thought there was just something wrong with the truck. So I call the number and they send a tow truck and get it and everything. One of the things that was wrong, just a key, but they covered everything. Towing, replacement key, everything. Didn't cost me a cent.
I did a couple YouTube searches and YouTube videos, and I watched them.
Is that one of those key programmable key fobs you got?
I don't have one. It's a key. It is programmable, but it's not a fob. It's in the key itself. It's prior to everybody
Sometimes
going completely to fobs.
Yes.
You have to be careful, but eBay you can find unprogrammed fobs and all.
Well, I bought 2 unprogrammed keys a few years ago from an outfit in Arizona that specializes in replacement keys. And they lasted about 3 months. The programming worked fine, but the plastic was so cheap, the keys actually broke. The plastic part broke in about 3 months.
Yeah. The car dealership will charge you an arm and a leg.
If you have to pay full price for it, it's over $300 a key for one of these keys.
Yeah.
Right now, it is covered under my extended warranty. I have a $100 deductible, but I've got like 3 to 4 things that need to be fixed. And no matter how many things need to be repaired, there's only one $100 deductible.
That's nice.
So I'm going to get all of them repaired at once before my extended warranty expires.
Yeah. So, Chris, to answer your question, I've really not been putting you off. Yes, I did get it solved, and I'm hoping it's a permanent fix. We're going to wait for the next round of updates to come around here in a couple weeks to see what happens. And if it's good, it's good. Doug has proposed that I put one of the backups that we know to be bad back on it, so we can further troubleshoot it and maybe come up with a reason as to what caused it to go bad.
And that's what it's going to do tomorrow. I'm guessing.
No, not tomorrow. Not doing it tomorrow.
Could you do that on your spare NVMe instead of on the Sabrent and still learn the same thing?
I believe Doug mentioned that we could do that actually. I'll ask him tomorrow because I want to say he did say, Jeff, yes, we could do that.
If I were going to do it at all and sort of spend the time,
sure,
it would be nice not to do it on your main NVMe drive.
Right. And then the other thing is, if the next round that come out on whatever the next Tuesday is, and it screws up again, then the problem's not fixed. You know, hopefully that comes and goes and we have no issues. But I do think I want to say he did say something about using that other one. I don't know why we couldn't. A drive's a drive is a drive, right?
You would think so. I mean, if there's something wrong in the image,
Right.
it shouldn't matter which drive you put it on, I wouldn't think, but it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
And once again, Greg's got a.
Yeah, I forgot.
Greg's got a.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
It's interesting. Kerry mentioned today the price of an NVMe drive on there.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that there was a Samsung 2 terabyte for $179.99.
Wow.
And I looked it up, and that's the price I paid for my 1 terabyte when I ordered it, which is not quite 2 years ago now. So the prices have come down considerably.
Let me I got a Samsung 980 a year ago, 1 terabyte for a for like $100 and something, $110, something like that. But when this is a big time difference, but when I put my mom's computer together 4 years ago, I spent $100 for a 500 gig 970.
Well, I bought mine is a Samsung 970 Evo Plus. And that drive, which I spent $179.99 plus tax, it was $195 with tax. And right now, that same drive is available for $99. So
I saw a Samsung 500 gig NVMe, $49.95 on Amazon.
Yep, I saw that today, and
It's amazing.
I've been
also
thinking
it
about
also
helping a
cost
friend of
me-
mine build a computer, and all he would need would be a 500.
It
It'd be a
also
good price. What
it
was
also
weird, the
cost
250,
$100 for 8 gigs of RAM for my mom's computer, though.
Yeah.
Now you can get 16 for less than 100.
what was interesting on that same list of drives, Greg, they had a 250 on there for $64.99. It was more than the 500.
Yeah, I think I've seen that somewhere else before too.
It was just sort of weird. I guess it probably was old stock that they had to pay more for wholesale. Who knows?
We have our first caveat to Jeff's proposal.
I remember having a 40 gig. Actually, I remember having smaller, but I remember having one computer with 40 gig. And I said, I can't wait. I'll save the money up. I'm going to buy a 120 gigabyte drive.
The school computers, way back in the day, they had Windows XP on them.
Well, wait a minute, Alex. Hold on. a minute. Hold on.
Dell Optiplex something, and they was only 15 gigabytes.
Alex, hold that thought, please. You are too doggone young to say way back in the day.
Really?
Okay?
I can remember when I bought a 300 megabyte SCSI drive for a computer at work.
Now, that's a term I have not heard in a long time. SCSI
Yeah,
drive.
really.
Whoa.
Ken?
It's still around, but a lot of it's what they call SAS, serial attached SCSI now. It's used
Ken?
mostly in big data centers.
Yeah, Chris.
A 15 gig drive was way back in the day.
Yeah, but Alex is only 29 years old. It sounds odd him saying way back in the day.
Well,
So continue back with the way back in the day story, Alex, please.
it was, or should I say it was 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years ago next year.
Real quick, little bit of trivia. You saying that about age made me think of this. Caddyshack, what year did it come out?
Don't have a clue.
If I told you
No idea.
if I told you 1993, would you believe me?
Yep, probably.
I have
so.
no reason not to.
Came out in 1993.
Did it come out
National-
before or after Josh's birthday?
I don't know the month and the day. I just know it came out in 1993. Here's another one for you. National Lampoon Vacation.
1984.
You're close.
That's
I
the
might have my
Wally World.
movies backwards.
Is that the
86.
Wally World?
83. Yeah, that's the Wally World.
83. Yeah.
Wintermute is saying Caddyshack was not 1993. The credits today on my mom's DirecTV said 1993. I've not looked it up, so I'm going to leave it to Wintermute to Google that for us. He's saying 79. I honestly don't know. I was just going off what the credit said because
Why are you letting her have why are you letting her pay for DirecTV?
I'm not letting her do anything. This is my mom's choice. This is what she's had for years. She's looking at getting a smart TV and going to some kind of streaming service, but she's going to really check it out thoroughly before she does that. She's had DirecTV for the better part of 10 years, way back in the day. So
You can't say way back in the day unless it's 15 years.
so maybe
Hey,
Caddyshack is 83 and Vacation was not. One of the two is 83 and one of the two is 93.
Caddyshack.
Wiki
is
says
1980.
90, yeah. Do what?
1980.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Bear with me a moment. Can't trust DirecTV when they tell you their doggone movie years. Doggone them. Look up Groundhog Day and see what year it came out. I believe it was 1993. Caddyshack did come out in 1980, so that is correct. Groundhog Day came out in 93. And I'll bet you National Lampoon Vacation come out in 83. Yep. And then Vacation. I got a scratchy throat for some reason. And then I'll give you another little bit of trivia that I didn't know the answer to this until today. I was blown away. Yeah, 1983 was when National Lampoon's Vacation came out. Who sang, and Wintermute, you're excluded from this, please. Who sang the opening tune to National Lampoon's Vacation and its Holiday World? If you
Holiday Road.
Holiday Road, thank you. Yeah, I'm just about to end the
Don't
stream.
even know the song or the group.
If you heard it, you would know it, honestly. And it wasn't a group, it was an individual from a group. And I had no clue. I had to look it up. And I was just blown away.
Lindsey Buckingham.
Right. Now, do you know what group he's from?
No.
Back.
Correct. Fleetwood Mac. I was just mind boggled, I guess is the way to put it. So, yeah,
Now,
Alex,
that was the
I'm
song
not
for Caddyshack.
No, that was a song for National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh, National Lampoon. Okay.
No,
I have a piece of trivia.
You had a piece of pizza. What?
I have a piece of trivia.
Oh, okay.
Or I call it so Josh is laying down, can't hardly walk, and is really sore right now. But he says he's going to be going to some bike marathon or something. Have to do a lot of walking and a lot of so what do you think are the chances that he won't he won't want to go. That he won't want to go tomorrow because he'll still be sore.
He's
Yeah.
sore from riding the bike.
He hasn't ridden the bike in about a year. And
Do you have a
he's
special
sore.
bike to ride?
Yes.
He
Okay.
had a video on it.
The video, I had to call him and stop it. It was that horrible.
Mhm.
So from time to time, I'm going to announce a disclaimer in case we get new viewers on here with some of the ribbing that we enjoy between one another and some of the humor that's poked between us, because we all know it's in good humor. Someone watching for the first time with some of the things that we say to Alex and maybe to Josh and maybe to Greg might be misconstrued as, man, them people are mean. Well, we're not mean at all. We just like to poke fun at one another, especially Alex
I
and
don't-
Josh, and sometimes Greg.
I don't know. Speak
No.
for yourself.
Yeah.
I have a trivia question.
Okay.
What are the 3 operating systems that were available for the original IBM PC?
Oh, maybe Greg would know that, but I'm going to pretty much guess that Chris, Alex,
You
and
know one
myself.
of them at least.
I do?
Yeah.
I think I know one.
MS-DOS.
PC DOS.
Yeah,
Slight difference. Microsoft hadn't sold it as a clone yet.
OS2 Warp.
No. PC DOS 1.0, which was something that Bill Gates bought from an outfit called Seattle Computer Works.
yes, that's on the movie.
And the other one was CPM 86, which the guy that did, can't think of the guy's name. He's the one that Bill Gates went to, the one that IBM went to first, and he turned him down because he didn't think there was going to be any market for it. And he finally offered CPM 86. Then there's one that I really don't know how it worked called UCSD P system. And I have no idea what that did, except that it ran on the system. And as they say, DOS went and the others didn't, and the rest is history.
There he is.
Well, that's his icon, and his
Yep.
microphone's muted.
Yeah, Josh is kind of an icon around here, right?
Yeah, he is. And then my mom pointed something out in Groundhog Day. The guy that played the photographer was also in the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond. And I knew him from the Home Alone series. He was one of the bandits. I can't think of his name right now. He's the blonde guy. He's never done anything serious. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, 90%. Yeah, no, I don't know. 95%, 95. So Josh.
Yeah.
Let me guess you're laying in bed. Maybe not. We got some background talking going on. Background www stuff. Are you on your computer?
Yeah.
So who's the guy that was the photographer?
Wintermute will tell me in a minute before I could look it up.
Here is Larry the cameraman. Is that the character?
Yes.
Guy named Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott. Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna hit the bathroom. I'll be
I
right
had to
back.
look it up.
All right,
No.
Josh.
Marlena.
Yeah, he
Okay.
played on Everybody Loves Raymond, and I did not know that until today.
I'm looking up here on Wikipedia at the photo of him, and I don't recognize him from Everybody Loves Raymond.
He was Brad Garrett's girlfriend's brother.
Okay.
And that's because we were watching it, and Mom goes, "Oh, that's the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond." I'm going, "Who?" And she goes, "The guy on the left." I'm going, "No." She goes, "Don't tell me no." I watched. I mean, it was funny. So I said, "Okay." So I went and looked it up, and sure enough, he played Brad Garrett's girlfriend's brother. Probably was in maybe 2 or 3 episodes at the most, and she remembered him. But we sat there and laughed at both Groundhog Day and what little bit of Vacation we watched. It was pretty good. Pretty funny. But I was just blown away. 83 and 93.
Mm,
Long
long time ago.
Then she was like naming actors, and she goes, "You remember so and so? Oh, you're talking about John Goodman." She goes, "Yeah, John Goodman." She goes, "You remember so and so? Oh, you're talking about John Belushi." She was mentioning Dan Aykroyd and the fat guy he starred with.
Yep.
I thought that was kind of funny. So
Well, today was the
But Casey
last
was-
day for the applications for a college job I applied
oh,
for.
that's right. Today's the closing date, isn't it?
It was I think after 5 o'clock they're done and they're down and I could tell they're still looking at it. They're actively putting up and taking down postings on there. So
It's hard to judge what's going
either
on from the
they've already looked
postings.
at my stuff and I just won't hear anything, or they will look at everybody at once and I may hear something next week.
Sometimes when a job is posted, they have a particular person in mind. I've been in a situation like that, not where I was trying to find the job, but I was working with a group that wanted to hire a guy. And they posted a job description they thought matched this fellow exactly. And somebody else applied who was even better qualified, and they withdrew the posting till the other guy went away, and then they reposted it again later and hired the guy they wanted to.
Probably nothing illegal about that, was there?
Don't think there was anything illegal about it. I considered it unethical, but I wasn't involved in the executive decisions.
Right. Oh, excuse me.
So there's all kinds of stuff goes on.
You know. Oh, I'm sure there's all kind of backdoor deals and
Well,
this
I
and that and
mean,
the other.
it's a lot of times it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I first came to Vegas to work, I got the job here because I knew somebody that was already working there. And it wasn't that I wasn't qualified, but you had to get the interview and you needed somebody on the inside pushing to go ahead
interview, right?
and interview somebody.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Well, thank you for sharing that. So tell us about this bike ride you're not going to go on tomorrow.
But I'm not going on my bike ride.
Well, I just called that one correct. I thought you had a bike ride you were training for yesterday to go on this weekend.
No, that weekend.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. We have our dates confused then, huh?
So then what are you doing tomorrow? You told me you were doing something tomorrow.
Gonna be going boating.
And it requires a lot of walking.
No, if
No
he's going
shit,
boating, it
Bucky.
requires a lot of rowing, but not walking. He can't walk in on the boat. unless it's a
Boating or
big-
bowling?
Boating.
Boating. Okay.
It's a paddle boat where you pedal it.
Oh, okay. Well, that requires a little exercise.
Just a tad bit, yes. Are you going to stream live? I highly recommend you don't.
Yeah, I recommend you don't if it's going to be anything like yesterday's live stream.
Well, no, I was taking into consideration the fact he's going to be on a boat in the water, paddling a boat, and if he slips and loses his phone, you know.
That and you don't have any kind of like a GoPro or anything to strap onto his head.
No, he does not, that we're aware of.
I still wouldn't take it out on the water like that.
A GoPro, I might you'd strap it to your head, but I don't think I take my phone out on the water. You're right. No.
I doubt it, because if I fell in,
Yep. Well, if you fell in or you accidentally dropped it and it fell in or something, you can
But
get
good news
you get your phone back.
if I lost my phone or something happened, my phone got damaged or something, or because I was out somewhere, it wouldn't really matter that much with mine because
My iPhones are probably waterproof, but I don't know.
They're
how much
water
I got that.
resistant.
Yeah, and they're probably water resistant in about this much water for about a minute and a half. And if you're on a lake, that's probably going to be, I don't know, let's say 10 feet deep. And
Yeah.
that's going to drop to the bottom
Yeah.
just like
When
that.
we were at the lake at the family reunion at the end of last month, a number of them that were out there on the dock had these clear plastic cases that you can seal up that are made to keep your phones dry.
Now, John
And-
Alloy says, not to interrupt Jeff, but real quick, watching Patrol live on Reels, I think it's a replacement for the original live PD. It's very interesting. Yes, I saw that advertised today on Mom's Direct TV, and it looked really interesting.
My
I'll have
mom
to
got
see
one
if
of
I
those
can find
cases that she went to on vacation to Florida to keep the sand out of her phone.
I don't know how well they work, but a number of folks had them out on the dock.
I wouldn't
gonna
want to put
be-
him through any kind of experiments. Just, I mean, that'd be kind of
Uh,
silly.
Yeah.
After I save up and spend hours for money for the Nintendo Switches, I'm gonna be upgrading my monitor.
Two.
The 21 inch is going to be upgraded to a 32, which means the 32, the Dell monitor will be where the LG is, and the 32 monitor will be where the
Dell is.
Dell is.
And then
No,
you're
here
gonna,
comes trouble.
and then what are you gonna do? Give your other monitor to Natasha?
Yep,
Okay.
will work out better for her because then we won't have to buy the adapter for that stupid TV.
Okay. Well,
And
people
But
this
you
start-
still got the problem of that LG monitor that LG TV doesn't have a stand, and I figured out the reason why. Well, ago when I was
Well,
talking
that's
to him,
one of the
it's because
that's one of-
he got it secondhand from a guy that he and
well, that's one
and that
reason
guy
I'm getting
didn't
rid-
give him the stand, and he didn't ask about it when he.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's one reason I'm getting rid of the LG. The second reason I'm getting rid of it is because I want an Apple monitor. I don't want to use a TV for a monitor.
And
Some TVs do have a monitor mode.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right,
mine
but
does.
when my Dell monitor goes to sleep, I want the other monitor to be able to sleep too. I don't want to see
All
Well, I'm
four of
laying in
mine go
bed.
to sleep at the same time, Josh.
with that.
All four of mine go to sleep at the same time.
Controlled by the
Yeah,
graphics
but
card, isn't it?
I see
Yeah.
the no signal on the LG, and I don't want to see that. I just want to see a black screen.
I'm
like
trying.
do on
I
the Dell.
understand that. I'm trying to get you to understand it's a setting because all four of mine go to sleep. I don't see anything that says no signal. They all go to sleep and go black at the same time.
That no signal shouldn't show long.
No, it shouldn't. 15, 30 seconds maybe. Hey, Black Wife.
Right, but,
Hi, Rick.
right, but
Hello.
right,
That's
but
controlled by the graphics card, not by the monitor.
right, but it's staying on the LG. It's not going off.
Even though my TV is literally probably 15 years old now, after so long of it not having a signal into it, it will automatically shut off.
Nope, it doesn't do that with the LG. It just stays on.
How old is the LG?
Someone has the model number. They can look it up.
I got an LG, and it should have a setting where you could turn it off. Sleep
I don't know.
time.
I'm not messing with it.
Oh, it's not really that hard, Josh. You
Someone,
should-
I
to get
think
the-
someone has the model number, but I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter because the monitor is too small anyway.
Well, you don't need a bigger monitor, Josh.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I don't know why.
But you know the saying, anything Joshy wants, Joshy gets.
Learned something weird about my big LG monitor today. Has a volume control on it, but it has no speakers.
Okay.
Turns out it has a jack you can hook headphones into.
That's the same.
And
way
the volume
Josh's
control is
Dell
for the
monitor is.
headphone jack. Although the headphones I'm wearing go directly into the computer and not into the monitor. So
Oh. Josh's Dell monitor is like that. He's got his speakers plugged into his.
So hopefully tomorrow I will have 2 monitors and a graphics card and speakers going. By the time you go come on tomorrow night.
Well, she's 2 to 10, so it'll be what, 7-ish, 7:30, 7:45 is your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, well, if I start in the morning, I should be able to get it done. I looked at the graphics card and assuming there's nothing wrong with it, hooking it up is pretty straightforward. The only thing I'll have to do is download a driver. It didn't come with a disk or anything, it's just the card.
Will you still be using the headphones on Zoom for the microphone?
No, I'm gonna try and switch over and use the microphone in my camera in the Logitech.
Ken?
Yes.
Hoping I don't end up having to buy a separate microphone. Since I'm not going to be originating streams, I don't want to spend the money on something like a blue Yeti.
You have a request from the first time viewer, long time caller. He would like Alex to,
I already told my papa could have this monitor, so
somebody shoot that guy. Security? Yes.
I don't want to back out. That would just be wrong.
Back out of what? You
You've given her the monitor.
Not giving it back.
What kind of a monitor are you going to get, Josh?
I don't know. I would said that he was recommending one that he called you to have, and I forget the name of it.
it's a ViewSonic 1080p 1920 by 1080 with DisplayPort and HDMI.
Yeah,
For one-
also known as Alex's old one for $525. Yeah.
for $199.99.
Where you find it? Walmart or Amazon?
Amazon.
It sounds awfully cheap to me, but
It's not considered gaming quality, is it?
I don't believe so. It's got over 8,000 reviews and nearly has a perfect 5-star rating though.
Oh,
Well,
you're killing me. Does I have to stay off this stuff?
Will that support you guys playing your Nintendo though?
Yes, it will. Because the capture card is HDMI, so he'll be able to run the output from the capture card into the HDMI input of the monitor. Or
Okay.
so either monitor will have a HDMI, so whichever one he wants to use, he can run the capture card into, and then
Well,
everything.
I'm gonna move the Dell monitor over to where the LG is and put the 32 one on my desk.
Well, when that time comes, then we'll see how that works out for you. Well, this is
But the problem
depressing.
I'm having is I can't see the mouth on this little monitor. I know once I get a bigger monitor, I'll be able to see it a lot easier.
well,
Mouse
you
size
know
gonna
that you
be the
can
same.
enlarge the mouse
Yeah,
with
I mean-
mouse driver controls.
With that,
You
You can enlarge the mouse on the screen using your mouse
Oh,
driver controls.
Yes, but not as big as he needs it. He needs it, 100x gigantic.
right?
can adjust it in Windows.
Yeah, I mean, you can adjust the mouse size. I wouldn't go buying a new monitor just because you are hoping it makes your mouse size bigger.
I want a monitor anyway.
You got mouse. If you go to settings, you got mouse. I haven't played with it much, but
Then you go to advanced, or I know I've got mine set at a decent size, and it will go super, super, super big. But when I make it super, super, super big, I can't.
I mean,
use it.
I've got one. I just set mine to as big as it'll go, and it's probably
I don't
literally an inch long.
I don't like the LG anyway.
Okay,
There's
gonna
a
be
adjust mouse and
Yeah, right there.
cursor
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
gonna be getting rid of the LG anyway.
Make it that big? Can you see that?
Make it bigger. You can make it. Take it all the way up.
It's not changing where we can see it.
Right.
See
Yeah, I
the
can do
leg.
that.
It's changing on his, but not goes up 15 times bigger. Wintermute is saying.
On
See
mine, the biggest it would go looked like it was about an inch or an inch and an eighth long total.
Yeah, it gets. I had to do some playing around with mine.
His Zoom text software he uses will literally make it bigger than Windows allows. Bigger, it'll make it
Mhm.
gigantic.
Well, I was trying to find a background video to put behind me, but I can't find what I'm looking for. It's frustrating.
Just remember, it's a family-friendly stream.
Oh, it was going to be appropriate to what the T-shirt says. It says I'd rather be
Oh,
golfing.
okay, all right.
But I can't find one.
Hey Alec,
Really
do you want extra money to order that monitor?
I don't know, Josh. Right now, all I want is you give me the money so I can order the switches whenever you get it.
Right. Focus on one thing at a time, Josh. Get your switches, get that set up and running, and then move on to the next project.
I could use an extra 500. Was that an offer?
It's what it sounded like to me.
I thought.
Let me let me say this, Josh. The more times you keep bothering me about it until we get it, yes. The more times you keep bothering me about it, the more money I'm gonna want. Because the more time I'm going to put up with.
Well,
It feels like I'll never get to where I want to be at.
You will.
Mm,
It just
You're a lucky punk. Well, are you?
gotta have some you gotta have some patience, and you'll be
But
there
she
a
has
whole
none
lot
of it.
quicker than you. Yeah, well, I understand, but you'll be there a whole lot sooner than what you think you will be. Seriously, you just have to have a little bit of patience. Okay, I clicked on the same button twice, expecting different results.
That's the definition of insanity.
did you get different results?
No, I got the same
No,
result.
I didn't think so.
Well, they put a big play button in the middle of this thing. I'm thinking, well, that's what you do. You hit that to make it play, and that's not what you hit to make it play. It don't play.
Is it warm there?
Is it what?
Warm, hot.
It was pretty hot here today. It was pretty uncomfortable.
We were in the,
96 out today in Maryland.
yeah, we were in the 90s, but we had such a nice breeze. We're 77 right now. I was ready to go play around the golf.
So hot here, my dad has got to do something that's very, very, very unlike him that he never does. He's had to keep it. They've had to keep the thermostat on 75 degrees to keep the air conditioner from having to run all the time. Usually the thermostat is on 68 and never goes above 70.
It says it's 81 or 84 here, but you know, you get the fan on a little bit and it feels like kind of a sicky sweat. You know what I'm saying?
But
I
the other
heard-
reason why I want to get the monitor, I can't put the webcam on the back of this monitor, but I can put it on the other monitor.
I see
I
Rick
wanna
just
put it on the
shaking his
Why?
head.
Why can't you put it on the one that's in front of you? I'm confused.
It's on the one that's in front of you right now, isn't it?
No,
Rick.
it's on my Dell monitor.
Well, that's the one that's in front of you.
Yeah, but I want it to be on my LG, and I can't do that.
I'm officially confused too, Rick. Don't feel bad. I'm lost too, and I'm gonna stay lost. Oh my goodness. So
I
hey
can't
Josh,
put it on.
let's do this, Josh. Let's do this. Let's get the Nintendo Switches. Let's get them in place with what you have right now. Let's get it up and running. Let you and Josh and Alex have a game or two, and then we'll figure out a monitor, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So no more talk, no more monitor talk tonight.
And they don't only last for 5 minutes, and then tomorrow, or after we get off of Zoom, he'll be calling me asking me the same thing.
And that's fine. You'll be talking to him about it, and we won't. So no more monitor talk tonight, okay, Josh?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Alex. Well, I can handle. I can take care of Alex. I just throw him in the waiting room. That solves that problem.
Sounds good.
So I better announce my disclaimer. We are not being mean to Alex. We're not being mean to Josh. We know him enough that we can poke fun at him, and it's all in good humor. Just in case we get new watchers, I want them to understand we are not mean people.
And we
Well,
understand.
now speak for yourself. Some nights I feel kind of mean.
Josh, fix your webcam, please.
So
Yeah,
John
I
Aloy
know.
says, my daughter is 35 and
No, that
her
was me.
kids.
Answering him.
Oh,
said-
okay.
He was
Gotcha.
talking about lack of patience.
Oh, no, their kids don't have patience. Nobody has patience. I mean, what? Probably 30 and under have no patience.
I know a doctor that has lots of
Go
patients.
down just a little bit.
Doctor, that's what.
No, but it's like, I mean, my daughter growing up was an only child
That's
at that
close
point.
enough, Alex. That's good. Yeah, see, when he sits back, that's fine.
It's not fitting right on that monitor.
But
The
We don't
webcam.
care as long. I don't care as long as you look good on
I
camera.
mean, my grandson has an old iPhone of his father's. It doesn't have a SIM card, but he can
gonna
call
have to
when he
move
has
stuff
Wi-Fi and he
around.
can play games or whatever. The battery's starting to get weakened. I mean, it's quite old.
Right.
And I said, what are you going to do when the battery won't charge anymore? I said, well, mom's going to get me a new iPhone. I mean, this is a 9-year-old who thinks he needs a new iPhone. You know,
I'll regret asking this question, and you'll understand why after I ask it.
no.
My mom
Maybe-
asked me today, what's the difference between an iPhone and an Android? Take it away, Alex.
iPhone
Well,
is
who
made-
cares?
my
They're
opinion,
both
an
phones.
Android is a whole lot
iPhone's
more,
made- iPhone-
customizable than an iPhone.
And I
Troy.
rest my case.
iPhone is made by Apple.
I see why you
Android
said what
makes all
you
the
did.
other phones.
I bet you can't do that again. Everybody talk at once.
Oh, I bet we
You put
can't.
Josh in the waiting room before you ask.
Who cares? They're both cell phones.
Exactly. And I basically told her that, Josh. I said one is made by Apple and one is made by whoever makes Androids.
You got people that like iPhones and swear by iPhones, and you got people that don't like iPhones, like my mom and dad.
And swear by Androids, like my sister. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just personal choice,
No.
personal preference.
I wouldn't buy one myself, but I'm happy every time one of you guys buys an iPhone because I own stock in Apple.
No, you're one of them.
Yep,
You're one
absolutely.
of them.
That was the best advice my broker ever gave me, was to buy a little bit of Apple stock every month for a few years.
What about Disney?
Don't know how it's done. Haven't checked it.
Oh, I have no idea either. I was just wondering.
Since 2009, my Apple stock has averaged 40% growth a year.
So how much applesauce you got?
I don't know how many shares I've got right now. I
Uh,
over a
Alex.
couple of years, I bought, I don't know, $7,000 worth of Apple stock, sold off 20,000, and I still have about 3 times that left.
Yeah, can you,
Alex,
I don't buy it anymore because it's sort of, it's a hold right now by most brokers. It's not something you expect to gain a lot more, but if it goes to zero, I still can't lose money because I sold off more than I paid for it.
Yes.
When I hook up the Nintendo Flip, do I need another HDMI cable?
No, it comes with one. Ian,
Okay.
would you give me co-host, please?
No, because you want to put him in the waiting room.
Or muting?
I don't know why.
Speaking of the heat, I saw something.
Chris, speaking of it, go ahead, Chris.
I was trying to say this a while ago, but I saw something on the news where they were putting some in Phoenix.
Oh, damn, I can't put him in the weight room. That's no fun.
Hold on, let Chris say what he's trying to say. He's been trying to say it for a while.
They were putting some kind of gray coating on the roads. It makes it where the road is not so hot.
It's more reflective. I saw that on CBS News tonight.
Yeah, that's what it was on.
They spray this stuff on the asphalt, so instead of black, it's a light gray, and it lowers the temperature above the road by 10 to 15 degrees.
Or at least that's what they are telling you, and that's what they're hoping, right?
Well, supposedly they've already done some of this and tested it.
Well, Phoenix
They've
would be a
done
good place
70
to test it.
Well, yeah, that's supposedly on average the hottest city in the country,
Yeah.
or the hottest big city,
Yeah.
anyway.
So I got a question for Greg.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get your background issue in Zoom resolved yet?
Nope.
So every time you upload the background, it messes it up, right?
Crashes.
It
I'll do it right now.
okay.
What version you running, Greg?
5.11.3, the last one that came out a few days ago.
Yep, that's the newest.
Right.
So
That
there you're running. I see your blades of grass. You're moving your hand. Still moving your hand.
Crashed. No, I'm not. I'm frozen.
We're seeing you're good.
I got 511-1.
So Greg's move your hand again for me. Now you're
See?
frozen. Now you are frozen.
Looks
See?
black,
Yeah, he's gone.
blank.
Why is that? I wonder why that does that. Okay. Just wondered you can do what you got to do to make it come back.
I'm back.
Okay.
So the only thing that works is no virtual background,
Yeah.
so you can't blur it or anything.
I haven't tried blur.
Okay. All right.
That is odd.
No, that's correct. I think we went to, that was last week we did that one.
No Sean tonight. I wonder what's up with Sean. Too early for Jose.
Now that you've mentioned him, he'll probably show up.
Probably. Probably will.
You know who we haven't seen in a while? Gary.
Yeah. About a week-ish. I didn't mark the day that I kicked him out.
So one of your old buddies from down under in a chat room today.
In Carrie's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sam, except he's under a different last name.
No, I saw him as Sam Lazar.
Was it Sam Lazar or Sam Lazar 17?
No, just Sam Lazar.
Oh, so
When I saw
he hadn't pissed Carrie off yet enough to get him kicked out then.
I thought about hiding him, but I said no. I'll be banned again.
See where you
I
subscribe.
subscribed to her channel, but he didn't subscribe to me, you jerk.
Well, this
which
isn't
one?
about
He's only got like-
reciprocity.
He's
It's
only got
about
like 15
who wants to
channels.
subscribe to what.
True. Very true. So I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday or not. I probably did, but DaVinci Resolve is no longer in beta. It has been a full release as of yesterday.
Are the features you wanted available in the free version now that it's out of beta?
No, I gotta buy it.
Okay.
And at some point in time, I will buy it. Just
Buy
not
what?
DaVinci Resolve. I'll get my lifetime perpetual license and be happy.
That's right. It's only a one-time fee, and
Right.
That includes the software updates though, right? Whenever they
Yes.
release them.
Yes, it does.
that's not such a bad deal if you get a lifetime updates.
It's not, and I'm
Is it a
hoping.
transferable? Is it a transferable license if you get a new computer or something? If you change your motherboard or something, can you?
You know, I don't know, but I'm thinking since it's going to be under my name on, yeah, I would think it would be, but that's a good question. I'll have to ask that.
It should be tagged to your account. Remember.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, but I will inquire when I inquire. What I'm hoping they do is since as he went through beta 6 and now they've released it, I'm really hoping they go for like a limited time only 10% off or 20% off. That would be nice.
You know,
Microsoft have just got up, baby.
Josh, what do? Just sit there and watch the computer and look for updates?
Yes.
Acronis True Image, you can change the license over to another computer.
It just goes to show you just how bored he is. He checks for updates, sends me emails for YouTube videos, and calls me every 5 minutes.
Shut my phone off.
Jim says he's not joining tonight. Where are we with the system? We have this system, thanks to Wintermute. We have the
Both will
system.
Bob have an update too.
We have the system completely working, updated, getting updates, not getting any red errors, and it is functioning so far. Now we are going to let it go as is through a cycle of updates and then go from there. Doug wants to crash it, put the image back on it, and so he can and we can look for maybe what caused it. And I told him I need a couple days to think about that. And he and I said I can't do it on Saturday. He goes, "Oh no, we're not going to do it on Saturday." He's got something lined up already. So I think if we go through the cycle, and Jeff, your question, no, I cannot use that because that drives 128 and the image backup I have is 241.
Okay.
So
All right.
good idea, but that little
Okay. Well, no,
issue,
that's
yeah.
And that's compressed, so it's even more than that.
Yeah. So yes, the short answer is yes, the issue's been resolved. The long answer is I might get talked into going ahead and putting it back on there and letting him tinker around because like he said, we will have a good image already from Macrium Reflex to put back on if you can't get it resolved. So I don't know yet.
You open to suggestion?
You're probably going to say no on it, but yeah, I'm open to suggestions.
I just thought, it'd be nice of the panel not to feel that they should not miss Jim being on panel. But we should not altogether now.
Yes, Jim, I've looked at it that way too, that it's functioning, it works. And yes, we have. Now, if I had a 1 terabyte extra drive laying around, I wouldn't mind throwing it on there and messing around with it. I might be able to learn something, but
Tim, you really want to go through that? You really want to open the computer up, put that drive back in, just so Doug can fiddle around with it, even though you already got the problem resolved?
maybe.
I can understand Doug wanting to research the issue though.
Oh, I can too. I would really like to know what caused it. I had it, Greg had it. There's been other instances of it. I
had
still
an idea.
Okay.
Hey,
wait a minute. Before you say that, please, everybody, don't let me finish a sentence because if you do, I'll probably keel over of a heart attack. Go ahead, Alex.
If Doug can't find a solution remotely,
Time's up, Alex.
is it?
I'm gonna.
Couldn't you just?
I'm gonna say
Couldn't you
this.
just send him? Couldn't you just send him the NVMe drive with the bad install on it, and then he can put it in his own computers? I'm sure he has spare one or something sitting around.
I suppose I could. Why don't I just figure out a way to send him the backup and let him put it on something he has?
You don't really want to do that because driver conflicts and all that.
Okay, that's a good point.
Does anybody remember when Doug got the big beast build and he was trying to restore it?
I
An
do.
image made on his old hardware. Did that ever work out?
Mhm.
Or
No,
did he end up
no,
I
with
don't
a
think
nuke
so.
and pave?
No,
I
he
think-
ended up having a nuke and pay.
Yes, I believe he did nuke and pave it.
I'm sorry, Alex, you're disqualified. You did not wait for the whole question to be asked.
And I
Just
understand
remember-
that Jim didn't get here until 11:57, and we all know 12 is the bewitching hour, so not a problem at all. Hopefully he'll join us tomorrow night.
Not a curious caller.
You just need to get started earlier.
Well, when you can get my life schedule worked out so I can do that, and then when I start early, everybody goes, "You started early." I can't win.
Just out of curiosity, how many Ken Stout live green stamps did Wintermute get for a suggestion?
Nothing yet.
Oh. Are they the collector ones or just the ordinary ones?
They're ordinary. I keep the collector ones for myself. I'm greedy.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah, Jeff or Greg.
remember, if the Windows updates that you're seeing is antivirus, don't think of that as a cumulative or a driver update or something like that, because antivirus ones always went through.
Right. No, I'm going to wait probably a month, and that way it will go through a good set of all across the board updates. And if a month from now I do it and it's good, we're good. Unfortunately, now that that's been pointed out, that's a 128 gigabyte drive. I can't do that. So I'm really going to have to go and make a decision. Do I really want to do that? I kind of do. I kind of would like to know what happened. But I also kind of like the fact that I've got my setup back and I'm comfortable. When I was doing that over there, that I had wires running here and there. And if you guys would have been able to see this afternoon between the car not starting, me knocking over the tripod, me kicking over the trash can, and it got worse from there.
Oh, you had a good day, eh?
I had a good 2 hours. I had a great day with the kids. I had a great time with the grandchildren. They're going to be 4 and 3 in December. So now they're at that age where they all want my attention, you know? And there's a lot of, no me, no me, no me. And there's a couple of times when they reach around and they do the old swing across the ring, you know, move to get them out of the way. And it's funny. And I said, well, we got to go home. And no, Grandpa, you stay with us. Well, what about Grandma? She can go home. That was very funny. And then I asked him, I said, do you guys want to learn a foreign language? You know, they're kids. They're not going to know anything. And they, oh, sure. So, okay, let's count to 1 or let's count to 3 in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. And I'll be doggone if all the 2 twins, uno, dos, tres, like they've known it all their lives. Oh, let's try another language. German, eins, zwei, drei. Eins, zwei, drei was a little rough for them, but they got it. Well, let's try Korean on a dual set. Boom. So I said, your Korean grandmother's been teaching you Korean. And my son and his wife at the same time said, no, she's not. So they're smart kids. They really are smart kids.
Why do I have a picture in my head of you standing there and there's one on each of your feet, on your instep, and they're going, no, he's going to stay here. He's not going home.
Well, no, we didn't. I'm worn out. I did not get on the floor tonight. I got beat up quite a bit. And I mean, it's nothing hard, obviously.
Your local 911 EMS would like to thank you for not getting on the floor, Mr. Stout.
Yeah. I mean, it was just great. I look forward to the day when they can come over here and be dropped off, and you know, we spend the whole day together. I go over there and we spend the day together. It's good. I asked them, I said, you want to go to the zoo? And boy, they perked up. They know what the zoo is. Mom looked at me kind of funny, but the kids were pretty happy. So yeah,
They have a good zoo in Indianapolis, don't they?
we have a nice zoo, a big zoo. I haven't been there in, God, 22 years now.
You know, on behalf of your mom, that Daniel Boone raccoon hat you would keep wearing, you know? Zoo. Zoo?
I would take her to the zoo. Who left?
I don't know.
I believe Alex did.
It looks like he did. Oh yeah, it's bedtime. 12:06, 12:08, 12 something.
I
So
don't
Wintermute says the fix was an
What the
in-place
hell is
upgrade
going
with
on?
internet disconnect source, and he put a link in there. Thank you, Wintermute. It worked. That's the bottom line. It worked. Now the bad news was that Macrium Reflect that we started last night, I did something drastically wrong because you know what time it ended this morning? Anyone? You
Did
guys
you
know
say
what
6:30?
I
About-
think you said 5 or 6 something.
6, right at 6. So I was not very pleased to stay up all night. And Alex thought that I might have been backing up more than one drive, and I said, no, I made doggone sure it was only the C drive. I did clearly something wrong, but I don't know what it was. And my goal today was to get with Alex, to have him walk me through Macrium Reflect again, and get another copy of it on a separate drive. That way I know I've got 2 backups just in case I get talked into this little thing Doug wants to do.
That restore he wants you to do, is that the one that took a long time?
The one that we will do, because the Macrium Reflect one that was bad got deleted to get this good one that I have now. What we will end up doing is the one from Acronis.
Okay.
We'll put it back on there if we do that, Chris. I can't say yes or no right now. I really can't. It's more of a no at this point in time than it is a yes. But we'll see. I mean, hell, who knows? We might go through this next update cycle over the next month, and it repeats the same thing, and I get the same error message, and then we were happy for a month. Hope not.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, I was just gonna, throw in a nostalgic Ken Felt Live history quote. Like, do you recall when it was, hey Josh, how many backups have you done today?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. And no, I will probably do one once a month. I think that's the cycle that I was on with the Acronis, and I'll get back on that now that this is resolved. I'm not going to do daily backups at all. By the way, I have
try
one.
to do once a week.
Do what, Chris?
I try to do once a week.
Do you do enough work on your computer to warrant doing it once a week?
Well, I don't know. Things change. I change things a lot, so I'm always copy and pasting something, putting it on a Word document.
So try removing, whenever it says try removing unnecessary large video files from the C drive. I can't find them, even though it shows I have, what did it say I had? 300 and some odd gigabyte of videos on my C drive. I can't find them. I've looked.
what's the are they MP4 or what's the extension?
Most of them are MP4s. Yes.
I'm searching for .mp4.
Starting the root directory
I
of
don't
C.
know.
That's pretty cool. Went to my downloads and brought up a fish tank that somebody made that's got a cat inside of it. They took a tank, pretty innovative actually. They took the tank and on the bottom they cut a hole and they took plastic or plexiglass and put it up. So you got a square. The cat can put his head up in there and see the fish, and he can paw at the fish. It's pretty cool. Pretty good idea if you think about it. Try remove. Yeah, I've got to do some cleanup. I have Win Directory Stat. I've seen you use it before. Okay. It's all Greek to me, brother. Win DR stat. Okay, so where do I go to try to find this? Hey, Greg.
Yes. Go
Sorry.
to your start button.
No, I meant sorry about your luck. The stream will be momentarily out of the loop for just a second. Start button, yes.
You want to search for MP4 files?
No, I want to find this win WINDIR stat Wintermute's mentioned. That's got me curious.
It's a download.
Oh, well.
I searched for it, and since I don't have it on my computer, it referred me to the web. If you already have it, it'll probably find it on the computer.
You could go to programs, start, and then go up to programs.
Hey, Greg,
Yes, ma'am.
when did you start talking in the falsetto voice?
In a what?
Falsetto voice.
No, no comprende.
Oh yes, when I had my big $300 yes, I remember that. That I know what that was, by the way.
What do you mean, no comprende? I thought panel was musical illiterate.
We are musical illiterate.
Illiterate, yeah, exactly. Well,
Is
falsetto,
it
Greg. Jeez,
installed?
Google falsetto. Jeez.
So go to my C drive, go to my programs. Would it be in programs?
Yeah, it's a program.
Apparently it's not installed. Oh, but I did just find I did just find Wondershare. I thought I had gotten rid of it completely. Apparently I did not.
Oh,
It's
crap.
gone now. Go to programs 86. Yep, I found it. WinDIR stat. It's in programs 86.
Should be on your programs menu.
And then if I click the executable file, it should run, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no clue what I'm looking at.
Neither do we. We can't see.
Well, I didn't want your migraine to be, too awfully long, and I got to keep the viewers up in the loop. Be right back. So, I guess I'm supposed to click on what here? Because I get this box out of the way. Get this box out of the way. I just want my C drive. I don't want the D drive. I don't want that. Or is this just is this telling me, okay, Jim, thank you. See you tomorrow on Doug's. What happens if I hit okay? Oh, there it goes. It's running.
On my
For
wife
all of them, it's going to let you
computer,
just look at one, though.
I'm getting my.
Okay, Josh, good night. Enjoy your boat ride tomorrow.
Hi, Josh.
I'm not getting off yet.
Did
You just said,
just
what?
said, yeah. Yeah, all right, I'm going to stop this. Can I stop this?
And I had this life preserver already.
Okay, I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to see if I can just go all local drives. And can I just click on one drive? Individual drives. Okay, so that should be my C drive. Individual, so hit this again. Should be about the same thing. And what does this do for us? It'll show me space usage. Okay. Boy, I wish I could share this over the stream so he could see, so Wintermute could see this. Can I do that? How do I do that? Let me try to figure that out.
You want to find all your MP4 files. All you got to do is go to your start button and type in asterisk.mp4.
There you go. And this technical moment has been brought to you by.
I could run the technical thing if you want, but then when I go click on these things, it's going to do the same thing. I think it's this one. Maybe no, it's not that one. Oh, we're not going to try to do the Jeopardy, are we? Are we seriously going to try to do Jeopardy? Okay, so that's showing my fourth monitor. No, I'm doing this wrong.
Glad I'm getting rid of this piece of junk.
Which piece of junk is that? That's Greg. Leave Greg alone. He's not recyclable. I keep telling you that.
Okay, so Zoom should be back on. No. Okay. Oh, I know where it's at. I know how to do it. It's all clicking into my gray matter now. I need
Ken,
to
from
go.
where I'm sitting, your hair looks bald headed.
No, it's
The way
receding. No,
It's
Chris.
just the way I'm sitting.
No, Chris, it's receding. It's not bald. But if I do have a bald spot on top from wearing a hat. Okay,
You
so I
just disappeared.
switched that. Yeah, I know. And I switched that. Now, I believe I can share my screen in both the Zoom and the stream will see the same thing, but now I can't find my
And
there it is. So I'm going to share the screen. I'm
and
going to share the screen.
and
Okay, we'll see.
Oh my eyes.
Got some pretty colors on it.
Yeah.
Nope, that didn't work. You guys are seeing it, but it's not going out over YouTube. Not on it.
Good Lord.
No, I've done this before. There's a source that I need over in or scene that I need over here. Wrong one. I just got to figure out which one it is. And I don't remember. See, if I bring this over here, you guys will see that on Zoom, but they're not seeing it there. So I have to go figure out which one of these it was, which will be real easy to do right now because all I gotta do is go down through them. And what'll happen is in a minute, it will.
Look on your right-hand column. It says MP3. It's probably got MP4 below that. Probably double click on that.
If
Yeah,
you
I
add
saw-
up
I
all the
s-
video files you got a potload of video files.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I'm having. All my YouTube videos I'm keeping on my C drive, and I've seriously got to get them off there and put them on a different drive, but I have no way of doing that.
Okay, got it to YouTube, but then you guys lose it. So hang on, let me get it back to you guys. That I know how I can do that. Give me just 1 second, and I can do that. Stop sharing my screen. I'm going to put this back over here. It's kind of a roundabout way of doing this, but this will work. So now the stream is seen, and you guys should be seeing. Nope, you guys are not seeing that. You guys are seeing. Easy there, Josh.
Ken, if you add up all the video file sizes, you've got 229 gigabytes of video files. of various kinds.
Ken does?
Okay.
80,
now
60,
let's-
40, 33, 50, and 13.
Okay. Real quick. Are you guys seeing Lorna and I in the background?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now are you seeing the ugly, pretty colored screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now it's going out over the YouTube stream. Now we can all, yeah, there's a lot of them, Jeff, and I need to figure out where they're at and get them off of there because there is, what, 81, 59.
Adds up to 229 gigabytes.
Yeah. So I just got to go figure out. John Lloyd, good night. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Appreciate you joining. Your support is always, always appreciated, as is everyone's. So now that we know we have a massive amount, can I determine from here where it's at, or do I have to do that in a different function?
I would go down the column on the right and find MP4.
Okay, so you would go down right here.
Yeah,
Okay, MP4.
double click on it.
I think all that did was it just highlighted a bunch of stuff down in the bottom.
What happens if you right click on it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Now, are these adjustable? Oh, they are adjustable. Not that that really helps me out because it's not really revealing anymore over here. Column extensions, I can, oh, that's cool. We can make them bigger. Let's go. Let's move this one. That doesn't really help. After it scans, it'll order all folders from largest to smallest. Look at the bigger ones. Maybe users can username videos could be a cache folder. A dot at for app for Dedenture resolve. I think if you click on the colored bubble below, it'll show the directory it's in. So we want this ugly one right here, which is that ugly one right there. This one right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
These ones.
yep.
Aha, look what it did up there over here. It says it does show they're in iDrive. I got rid of iDrive. Why is it still showing up? I deleted it from my computer.
Looks like it came back somehow.
Jeff, I like you, and I have not put you in the waiting room yet, either seriously or not seriously, but boy, you're pushing it. Yes, it does look like it come back. Because it says right here.
Did you delete it off your cloud, iCloud, or wherever that stuff is?
I deleted it completely and severed my part of that, which I would think would do.
I
it
know
for me.
nothing about iCloud and all that sort of stuff, not having an iPhone.
Yeah.
So
if what John is saying, we click here, and it takes us to the same place. It's still on the iDrive under my name, under iDrive sync.
if you click on that folder, does it give you how much is in that and all the subfolders together?
If I click on this folder,
Yeah, you highlighted it. So how
right
much
here,
is it?
there's
It's 131 gigabytes.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So the question that comes to my mind. If I can delete it from here to recycle bin, really? It won't
It'll say
say
it's too big.
That's what I was getting ready to say. It won't tell me it's too big. Do you know what you're going to do?
There's a Doug question.
Thank you. Oh my God. And we're starting to think alike. Do you know what you're going to do? You're going to remove C users iDrive sync from your computer. So as long as it's got the full users can iDrive sync, I'm good. And yes, I want to get rid of it. The folder is too big to recycle. Do you permanently want to delete it? Well, yeah, I do. Okay, now can I rerun this same program or will it rerun itself? Did it look like it reran itself or not? Let's go.
No.
You should click, is there a view up at top where you can click refresh?
I'm not seeing it. If there is, I see.
Refresh all.
So it's going to run it again. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. That's cool. That's fine.
Looks like Ms.
Why
Pac-Man is
that
in there
not
someplace.
responding?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still,
there it
there it goes. It's doing something. Now, I did lower my frame rate from 60 to 30 at Doug's suggestion. I don't know if there's been any issues with the stream or not. I haven't seen any on my end, and hopefully you guys are not seeing any on your end. And hopefully when I make a change on OBS or in OBS, it's pretty instantaneous over on YouTube.
Now, the question here is, you deleted it off of here, but if your iCloud account or wherever that stuff is controlled from is still intact, will it restore this the next time you reboot the computer?
I'm gonna go out on a stupid limb here and say I don't see how it can, because it's in the cloud, and I follow what you're saying. It's up here in the cloud, and I restart the computer. Can the cloud put it back on my computer?
Well, if you have the software on there from Apple that synchronizes it.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. If you have the option to synchronize your iCloud with your C drive or desktop or computer, whatever, it's gonna redo it.
Okay, Wintermute says the size of C is 36 gigabyte now. Oh, I see that over here on the right here.
Right,
That's
you
about
still
right.
have
It
some
says-
files left, but you got rid of a bunch.
Right. Wintermute, I see where it says it's 213.5 gigabyte. Whoops, it's still
guys, I'm out.
confusing. Okay, Josh, enjoy yourself
Good night,
tomorrow.
Josh.
Be safe too.
Yep.
Wear a life
Good night.
preserver, please.
Yep. Good
All right.
night.
So now we'll go do the MP4s. I might not be able to delete them though, because
That's
is
the
that,
MOV files,
oh. Okay, cool.
just so you know.
Is that this one here?
Looks like it. Those are highlighted.
That's OBS. Go to this one. That's logos. Go to this one. That is a movie. Oh, that's a DaVinci Resolve movie. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Woo! My Mexican dinner is starting to come back up, and that will not taste good. Ay caramba. Well, sure good going down, but mom, coming back up is no good to me. Okay, so MP4 is this teal. Let's click on this one. iCloud photos. Huh.
I could eat Mexican food every day.
Yeah, it was a place we wanted to try. Okay, that is finished DaVinci Resolve. That should not be on C drive because that was on my Z. But some of the stuff I can get rid of, like this movie, I know I can get rid of that. Delete, no way to undelete. I like that option. So, users cased out, desktop finished, Little House on the Prairie. Yes. Yes. I need to go figure. There's this whole series, Little House on the Prairie. But there's nothing really drastically big on there.
I was just Googling some stuff about iCloud on Windows.
Yep.
Appears to me there's some software you have to have enabled at some point for that to synchronize. So when you're done with all this, you might want to see if you still have iCloud for Windows software on your computer.
I do. I know for a fact I have iCloud on my computer. I have two accounts on
So
mine and Lawrence.
it may go and resync at some point.
We went through that a long time ago, Ken, iCloud.
Yeah, and I took it off temporarily, but in order to get some things accomplished, I was advised by Apple to put it back on, and it temporarily worked because their dumb little cord wouldn't work like it's supposed to. But I'll just go to the Android side of the world, make everybody happy.
There you go. My flip phone.
You can still keep your stuff in iCloud and not have it on your Windows computer if you remove the software.
Yeah. But I do like the sync function when I delete it from the phone, it deletes it on the iCloud, or well, and vice versa. If I delete it on iCloud, it deletes it on the phone. I do like that.
Right. Well, you could still have it on your phone and just maybe not on the computer.
Yeah. No, Intermute, we don't use it for the golf videos. We were trying to do YouTube live streaming, and then we run out of signal. So then we were recording them to the phone and then uploading them. So yeah, in a roundabout way, I do use my iPhone for that. All right, so now we're down to 209 gigabyte is what I'm seeing. Is that what you're seeing? That's what I'm seeing. So now I'm curious if I bring this gizmo over here, and it says my C drive is got 733 gigabyte of 953. That'd be about 209 gigabyte, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Ish.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Good. I got something I can do later tonight besides sleep. We don't need no stinking sleep. Okay. So we lost Josh and we lost Alex. Alex will probably be back. Let me see how long we've been yammering on here. When I say we, I mean me. An hour and 34 minutes. So big shout out to Wintermute. Very, very well earned round of applause for him because he figured out how to get this working. Very appreciative. I will keep moving files tonight and deleting files and get this thing down, and then oh, should I delete Windows.old? There's a
Yes. Yes.
Greg says yes. Jeff?
Yeah, I would.
Rick?
Unless you have some reason you want to go back.
Blackwatch?
Yes.
It's funny, Blackwatch.
Chris?
Answered.
That was good.
Another 15 to 20 gigs you're gonna pick up.
26. I looked
I
at it
was
earlier today.
approximately.
26. So, in order to do that, I
Well,
would go-
Windows alone is 27 gigabytes, so it keeps getting fatter and fatter.
So Windows.old is right here. I go to properties. And it takes a minute to go. Of course, you guys aren't seeing that because I'm not sharing my screen, but it is going out over YouTube. I don't know. I think I abuse this screen sharing stuff a little bit too much sometimes. Now, according to this, that should be this one here. So you guys should be seeing, hopefully, the top of my hat here, a white box here, and a little box here.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
good. It's working. Yay. Love it when something works.
Love it when a plan comes together.
I don't know if I got a plan that comes together, but if it works. So 26.4 gigabyte is what I'm getting ready to gain. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, right click and delete 20 Windows old. And it's going to tell me it's too, oh, I need permission. And then it should give me, you need permission to
Permission.
perform, what?
Oh, your system permissions aren't set. You might go through.
It should error out and say at some point in time it's too big. Are you sure you want to do this? And I say yes, and then it goes away. At least that's what I've had happen in the past. Okay, so John Aloy says yes. Everyone says yes. I'm in the process of deleting it. who was our lone no last night? Do we remember? Because I don't. I know somebody last night was saying no, keep it. Because everybody, you guys were all like, get rid of it, and I maybe it was Josh. It was like, no,
I don't know.
I'd keep it.
No, Josh, didn't Josh say he got rid of Windows.old on one of his machines though?
Yeah,
I thought he did, but
yes, he did.
Yeah, he was telling you not to last night. And I don't know why.
Only reason to keep it would be if you had just done an upgrade and you weren't sure whether you wanted to go back or not.
right, no, and
But if you go back, you're gonna go back broken.
right, gonna go back and put the problem back on. Now this is not working for some reason.
Everybody said it was 8 gigabyte, get rid of it. And I was saying to you last night, why? You got plenty of space. That? What you're talking about?
No, someone was a definite no. Don't delete it. Not,
Don't remember now.
I don't either, and I didn't record it, and we weren't live, so I had no means of going back.
Does a Y count as no? Just
No.
what?
No.
I know why.
John says, I think it removes itself in 10 days. Yes, we are pretty all in agreement. In 10 days, it's going to go away.
All in favor, say
I'm
aye.
kind of curious though as to why I cannot delete it. This is like the third attempt.
There's another way to do it. I'm going to stick a link in chat for you.
Okay.
You'll give me
Why?
1 second here.
You have to go to disk cleanup and clean up system files.
Right.
There's a guy out in Delaware I can hear now going, why? So I repeat.
Jim departed, left a while back.
That's who it was. It was Jim.
Surprise.
So
Launch the disk cleanup app.
well,
Clean up system files.
I'm
Yep.
gonna let this. There we go. So now I'm gonna say cancel. Get out of this. So how do I get the disk cleanup?
Type
Just go to
clean
Windows
up and search.
Explorer. Go Windows Explorer.
Yeah, hunt for it and search. Type clean up.
Disk
If
cleanup
you-
app.
If you just right click on the C drive, go to properties, it'll be there.
Okay, so hit OK.
Yep.
What is this thing this panel has about wiping stuff off a C drive? Just
And
curious.
then
Like,
clean up system files right here.
Yep.
And then that gives me over here on this one. Hopefully it comes back.
It didn't show up.
Yeah, it's here, Rick. It's just over on another screen.
Oh,
I don't understand why sometimes it puts it on one, sometimes it puts it on another. Just silly, crazy.
I still want to know why.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna do 26 gigabyte worth of work and need that space. It's not needed. So
You make another backup, it'll run the
Yeah.
backup quicker,
Right,
take less
so-
space on the backup drive.
so do I hit OK and this is done?
Yeah.
no. No.
Sure you permanent. Wait a minute. Don't I need to go back and check over here what it's going to get rid of? Yes. I
They're
do.
already checked.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but
So we're going to get rid of Windows upgrade file, download program files, temporary internet files, device driver packages, previous Windows installation. It's not checked. So I want to check that, right?
Yeah.
Right. That'll be Windows. Oh, I can't. There we go. And then that should be a good. Yes. Okay.
What's
Yes.
it saying? 32 gigabytes?
I didn't pay any attention. It's in the process of running though.
It'll run for about 5 minutes.
clean up previous, yeah, we know that already.
Probably a good 5 minutes, Greg. course, I think we said last night something would run for about 30 minutes or so, and 4 hours later. But you guys hung around for quite a long time. I appreciate that. I just couldn't go to bed. I was like, nope, this is gonna bug me. So I sat right here and was very bored.
I didn't get up till 1 o'clock today.
About the time I was kind of getting back into doing something, and then the Queen called, and we were requested to be at my mom's.
Greg, I gotta tell you something, but the way you say, didn't get up to 1 o'clock, didn't get to 11 o'clock. It's like we're supposed to do something about it. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Clap your hands.
Nah. I wouldn't even spin my hula hoop a couple times over that one.
Oh, I was supposed to check something for. Oops. Forgot about that. Oh, man.
However, the later you stay in bed, we're very appreciative.
I got up and did things today. I cleaned my son's bathroom. I cleaned my tub, my sink, did the dishwasher. I went outside and watered, pulled some weeds, and trimmed a bush back and cut half the grass in the front.
Oh, we already threw you 3 Pop-Tarts. What more do you want?
$50.
Yeah, Ken, take care of the man.
So you're down to 210 gigabytes left on C.
It says 743 gigabyte free of 953. So I'm in good shape. Once I get over here and clean this up, even though there's nothing in these because we moved them all last night in anticipation of nuking and paving. These are there. No, I guess I did move them. I thought I got rid of them. These are there, but I moved them.
You got 700 gigabytes used out of that drive.
No, I have 743 remaining to use. The
Wow.
743 free.
Oh, set free.
Free.
Oh, okay.
So I've used what?
210.
Yeah, ish, right around that. Yep. And that'll go down yet tonight because I'll bring up that nice little pie chart, green, whatever that was, and delete stuff from there. And then if I can't delete it from there, I will go delete it from the drive itself. Now I got to remember what source do I change in OBS so that we get back to, I think I just hit this right here. I believe that will do it. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the virtual camera. And what is showing on Zoom? Just the
Ocean.
right.
Ocean, yep.
Yeah, and I got to remember which camera it is. I think it's this one. Got it right. What a lucky guess that was. Close that. Over here. I'm not sure why I went back over there. Oh, I know why I went back over there. That's because I think it's this one. I'm going to go ahead and not that one. I remember that one though. I like that. I need to incorporate it back into the mix. I know how people feel now when they push the button for the elevator to go to the second floor and it just sits there. 'Cause that's how I feel right now. I'm pushing the damn button and it ain't moving.
Greg, give him a hand with that, buddy.
Oh, Greg can push the button too, but I don't think it's going to help it to move whatsoever. John Aloy, Wintermute, Tony Wallow, thank you very, very much for your help. As always, Wintermute, very much appreciated. John, good to see you. Tony, good to see you. I'll see everyone tomorrow on Doug's stream. I'm going to talk Mrs. K into me in about 10 minutes early so I can be here from the beginning. Although last week when he did it, I didn't miss anything when I got here at 15 after 2. He hadn't even really done anything yet. So we'll see. I'll cross that bridge tomorrow when I get there. Good to be back. Good to be back on the brand new build. It seems like tonight was relatively flawless. I'll get better at what I'm doing, I hope. That's the goal anyway.
Not to be a fly in the ointment here, but there's one other thing you could do here.
Okay, what is that?
Now that you've got rid of all of this, you were talking earlier about making a second Macrium backup.
I am going to, yes.
And it should go a lot faster now.
Yes.
You've gotten rid of all this stuff.
Let me go ahead and end the stream so that we don't keep them all night bored. If Dennis was here, thank you for the subscription. If not, if you watch this, thank you for the subscription. 1 hour, 48 minutes. And I'm not going to end this one like I did earlier today by just pushing the button. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. Good night.
Yeah.